Hey all, I'm about to put the Revox into my music room and start using it, but before I do that I thought I'd just do a simple, hopefully simple, check on track alignment and azimuth. Now the problem is that the head has 3 screws for adjustment. There's no single screw for azimuth. But if you wanted to think about it, the two on the right, it forms a triangle like this, and the head sits in there and the tape runs across like that. The idea is that these two adjust the height out of the deck, and this one then adjusts the azimuth in relation to it, so this way. So I guess in a simple view, this is for the height, this is for the tilt, which is sort of like that or that, and this is for the azimuth. But it really means the 3 of them. You're meant to use a certain jig to place in there to align everything up. The closest jig I know that would do the trick is a certain Nakamichi jig being sold by Willie Herman, and it would be nice to get one of those, and I still may, but I thought what I'd do is I'll just see what it's like. If it's sitting well and I don't have to do anything, then great, I don't have to do anything. So that's what I'm really hoping for. So let's just see what the azimuth is like. Right, they are slightly out. They're just, yeah, ever so slightly out. So I really should adjust I think I'll try adjusting this one here just a little bit. Before I do that, I might just try the track alignment tape and see what it tells me. What the track alignment does is it puts a signal down either side of the 2 tracks, and the idea is, I think what I might try is, oh God, I might try the azimuth first and just do a little tweak on that, hopefully, and see what happens. You never know, I might be lucky and it might just come in. Right, here we go. Yeah, the idea is to have them align with each other. Oh dear. It's fairly touchy. Oops, wrong way. Just a tad too far. It's very touchy. No. I find this to be the most accurate way. The Lysidue pattern works, but you have to use 2 inputs on the oscilloscope anyway, and using 2 meters to get the peak for both channels can be deceptive if one channel isn't right. This way I think is the best. You just try and line them up as best you can. It jumps around a bit, but Alright, that's pretty good. It jumps as much to the left as it does to the right. Good. Now let's go back to the track alignment and see what it says. They're quite a bit out. Oh no, the scales are wrong. Oh, you've got to be so careful. It's one thing I don't like about this oscilloscope is you've got one knob for both channels, and that's you've got to keep pressing knobs to do things. The good thing about the old oscilloscopes is you've got separate knobs for each channel, and it makes a difference. It really does. Anyway, the difference isn't all that much actually. I mean, they are different, but I don't think enough to worry about. Yeah, if I just give it a little tweak. Oh, so it's sort of stuck. Oh, that's the wrong way. Ah, look at that. That's excellent. Now what I might do is check the azimuth again. Now it's quite possible the tilt might be a little bit out, but without the proper jig, I don't know. Right, press play. Oh dear, oh, it's way off. What have I done? Yeah, no, geez, I've really upset the apple cart. Alright. Okay, I'll go back to the track alignment. Might be getting into more trouble here than it's worth. It's pretty similar. Let's go back to azimuth. Oh dear, geez, they're very sensitive to each other. Well, it took a bit of toing and froing, but I think I've got it a bit better now. Although tilt, I'm assuming that the tilt is still okay. I might have to buy one of these mechanical jigs after all. Anyway, that's pretty similar, left and right, either side of the channels, to show you that they're both at a minimum, or equally at a minimum. Now if we go back to the azimuth, hopefully they should be close to alignment. Alright, just a little bit off still. Right, that's it there. Yeah. Whenever I alter anything, I've got to go back to the other tape. Okay, they're not quite the same, but I think I'll live with that at the moment. That's pretty good. Now one more time with azimuth. Yeah, it always sends it out just a little bit. I think I'll now err on the side of getting the azimuth right rather than the track alignment. Alright, that's, yeah. There we go, close enough. I'll just go back once more. I'll keep going. Every time I make an adjustment, I've just got to go back to the other tape just to make sure. Oh, yeah, I keep getting the yellow, the right channel, to be a little bit higher, which not a lot though. I think I'll live with that. They're certainly in the ballpark. Back to the azimuth, and the right channel is bopping around within the window. It's not quite perfect, but oh no, that's about right. Yep, good. Okay, done. Oh, dearie me. As I say, there's always a possibility I've got the tilt wrong, but I have to assume that it's pretty close. In fact, even adjusting the track alignment or the height, I suspect all I've done is put it back to where it should be anyway. And the azimuth wasn't far out before, but between the two of them it had to get right. So let's have a listen. Had a small little problem that the sensor for the type of cassette was stuck in. You put in this is a type 1, and it was going to type 2, so it was a bit stuck up here. But actually this particular cassette is actually a type 2 120. So there you go. I've also noticed that the one of the segments on the second display is a bit dull, so yeah, what do I make of that? Well, that means that the display that I bought may have a slight little problem in there, and the only way around that is to swap. But this has the little burning mark across it. I'll just see how it goes. It does come good once it warms up. To swap just that segment, which is good on this one, out of this would require a lot of very delicate soldering, very delicate. And if it's those two chips there, I'll show you. If it's that chip there, then resoldering that would be a real pain, requiring a microscope. It could be just one of the solder joints is not quite good, but I don't have time for that at the moment, and we'll see how it goes. As I say, once it warms up, it seems to be okay. So there you go. So it looks as though I won't be selling this off. I'll be keeping it as a spare for a possible future change of that left-hand minute-second section. Yeah, so the segment's okay now. Well, then again, it was sounding very dull before, but admittedly it did keep wanting to go up as type 2. Some Dolby V. I do like some of those. Alright, So what I did was a quick alignment of the head with azimuth and track height using a 1 kHz track alignment tape and 15 kHz azimuth tape. And I think we've got it to be pretty good. Put this cover back on and I can now put it in my music room and start using it. Arguably this is my best machine that is actually operative. The CR5, the ZX7, the ZX9 are not quite ready for prime time viewing yet, unfortunately. The CR5 I've got is working okay, and some of the other decks, but this is arguably, along with the ZX7, ZX9 and the CR7 is one of the top. So I've got 4 top machines and I need to use it. Right, okay. Hope you enjoyed that drama.